All right, let's kick this show right off by going into the S&P 500 heat map, where we see that we're having a beautiful green day. This is big tech leading the way again, with specifically Google, Meta, and AMD being some of the strongest companies. But let me just begin with some thoughts on the overall market. All right, when we look at the bond yields, we see that they're continuing to fall. We actually see that oil has come all the way down to its June low price. I'm currently in a beginning oil trade for out in January and February because I believe it's gotten pretty low. It doesn't mean, though, that it can't go lower. The question is this economy headed for a soft landing, or are we headed towards recession? And it's going to be data reports and ultimately the Fed that decides. Tomorrow is going to be one of the big data reports. We're getting another jobs report. And here's what I want you guys to be watching. That jobs report's going to tell us whether the economy is still slowing down or cooling off. And if the Fed believes that it is, then it could be that he is going to have to cut rates pretty soon and in line with what the market's been expecting. Now, guys, it does appear that his rate hikes have been working. He gave us the most aggressive rate hike campaign in the last 4 decades. It was unprecedented. We saw it all of 2022. It slammed a lot of big tech, bringing all of these companies down to their knees. But perhaps the worst is behind us. And tomorrow we're going to get a data report that may confirm that or change the narrative. What the market's looking for is rate cuts as early as March, but they've not completely taken off of the table the idea of rate increases. It's the data that's going to drive the way. Now, interestingly, the market so far since 2022 has called the Fed pivot 6 times. And right now, this may be the 7th. It may be too early. I'd love to hear from you guys if you think we are too early. Is there the potential of another rate hike, or is the worst behind us? Is tomorrow's report going to be positive for stocks by giving the Fed a reason to cut in March? Let me know. Guys, this is the Stocks with Josh show, and I'm going to be diving into some top stocks and some top trades that I'm in. And I'm going to be touching on some crypto. Guys, we're covering crypto more and more because crypto's on the move. Thank you for hitting the like already. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you for all of the comments I get. I don't get a chance to respond to all of them, but I do try to read every last one. I appreciate all of you guys. Hit the subscribe if you guys are needing help trading these choppy crypto and stock markets. All right, we're going to start off with Google. Why is Google leading big tech higher? Well, first off, it's gone up 5% today, around $7 to $8 throughout the day, and it went up on an increase of volume of 111%. Now, we've talked about this before. That gives us a number of things. One, it gives us a buy signal. And yes, we got a buy signal today on Google, which typically means that there's going to be a continuation. We've got this massive green candle, and whenever you get a candle this big, it's not usually the only one. It gets followed up by some more. I'm going to give you guys technicals of where I think Google's going. But why did we get this move up? Well, it's kind of the same narrative that we had for the first 6 months of 2023. It's the AI narrative. Let me read this article to you guys. Alphabet soars as Wall Street cheers arrival of its AI model, Gemini. Now, we know that it was not Google that brought AI to the marketplace. It was Microsoft with the OpenAI ChatGPT model. But we see that Google is coming strong into this space. And even though they may not have been first, they might do it best. This particular AI can process video, audio, and text. So they're absolutely flexing with its capability. It's actually cheaper for them to run, which means that they save money and can deliver these services to more people. And in their video release today, it actually showed the AI being able to identify magic tricks, sleight of hand magic tricks. You can't fool AI. Guys, on that note, and this wasn't planned in the video, but we already submitted the pictures of the moon landing to Bard, and Bard has said that these were manufactured. Now, I'm just going to lay that out there for you guys today. Let me know whether you think we ever landed on the moon. Right now, AI has said we haven't, and this AI is able to tell whether a magician is using a sleight of hand trick. They're fast. Can't beat these AIs. In addition to that, it's also given people the ability to produce very elaborate art simply based off of a series of ideas, telling it what color patterns to use and what they want the object to look like. And then it runs and creates art. This is exciting times to be living in. With all of this positive news for Google, Overall, the stock's been up 50% so far in 2023, and it appears that it wants to continue to climb. And the bottom line is, with these changes, this change of character, the fact is that Google can go all the way back to all-time highs and higher right now. All right, well, with all that excitement, let's just talk about the technicals and how to make some money off of this. The Google calls that I was in today have gone up today 900%. Now I've bought again on a pullback. But guys, I'm buying the 142 call options, expiration 12/15. I got back into them today at 58 cents. It's been an absolute rocket ship. Like I said, we got a buy signal from the Lux Algo indicators, and that typically gives us a bare minimum of a 2 to 3 day continuation. My minimum target right now for this Google move is $141.50, and that's an area of resistance. And then above that, the next target would be 145, which I think that Google can hit. All right, let me take a quick station break for the Moomoo investment app. If you guys are needing to get better trade tools to gear up for better results in 2024, I want you to check out the Moomoo app. These guys are currently offering up to 15 free stock when you open and fund an account. You can click on the link to get the full details, but if you just want to open up the account and let some cash sit there, you can make 5.1%. So it's a pretty good deal. Click on the link, get your free stock, start investing with better trade tools, and put some money to work. All right, let's talk crypto. If you've followed me in recent videos, and I hope that you follow each and every one, don't miss any of them because I drop gems left and right. I told you guys in a recent video that I decided to load up on some of the meme coins like Dogecoin and Shibcoin because at this point, I don't want to add any more Bitcoin. I don't want to chase it, and I'm not going to deal with FOMO over Bitcoin and ETH, but I wanted to do some swing trade because of all the movement that's happening, and I loaded up on the meme coins. But let's just take a minute and look at the crypto heat map. We see that the big outlier for today is Ethereum, and I've been asked over and over again in the comment section to talk about it, and today I'm going to give you guys some brief technicals. Ethereum is absolutely one of the big boys. It's my second largest position in my portfolio, and there have been times in the past where it was my largest position, but in recent days I began to favor Bitcoin and load up for Bitcoin. But let's talk about ETH for a minute. Now, it recently had a breakout moment when it broke above $2,100, and it's come up and it's up against an area of resistance. But where is the final destination of this move? I personally think that the final destination of this move is likely to be right under 2,500. That's where I think it wants to go. I want you guys to see some fib levels for Ethereum right now. And I want you to notice that the bottom of the current fib level that we're in is 2,250 and the top of the fib level is 2,500. And so the best that we're going to do right now is to move within that particular range. And if you follow that fib level back in time to 2020, you see that this was previous support, which is now going to be resistance until we get enough momentum to move above it. I don't believe that we're at the point of making an all-time high in Ethereum. I believe we're just going to get to the top of resistance right now, that previous support. We're going to get rejected, the highest on the top end right now. That's what I want you guys to see. Now, beneath us, and this should be more important to all of us, is where is a better price to load back up on Ethereum in the coming days? Well, I want you to see that one of the key fib levels that we are likely to retrace to, especially if we get a cool-off period moving towards the halving, is between 1,900 and 1,500. 1,900 is a support. Beneath that one is 1,500. And I, in particular, have my target on 1,500 and the hope that it would come back there where I could buy some more. But the target right now to the upside is 2,500. Let me know if you guys think it's going to go higher than that or lower than my prices. I'd love to hear you guys' opinion in the comment section. All right, I'm going to cover another stock for you guys today, and it's just a reminder. I'm going to be retouching on the fact that Eli Lilly is setting up for potentially a very big move. That if this moves above $597.80, roughly $598, it's going to get right away in one day up to 612. It'll stagnate there briefly, and then it'll move on to $634. That's if this move happens. That's on a close above 598, guys. But I want you to keep your eyes on it because it's getting up. I see price compression in the charts. Whenever you see price compression, that means it's eventually going to lead to a strong expansion moment, which is a strong move up or down. And I'm watching Eli Lilly for a move up so I can catch another rocket ship for a big gain. Eli Lilly, the price of those options move really fast, and I'm watching it very carefully. Today on the candlestick charts, we got a nice bullish hammer candlestick at the bottom of a pullback on support. It's another reason why I wanted to touch on it again today, because I know that a lot of times I'll mention these plays in passing from one video, not talk about them in the next. I go on to make tons of money. I come back to share the results, and then people are like, hey, when did you talk about Eli Lilly? This is 2 days in a row, so I hope it can help you guys. Now, it's not a buy right now. It's potentially a buy for me when we get above 598 for a breakout. Hope that helps you guys today. Hit that like for me. Thank you for joining me. Hit the subscribe if you want to get the updates on these trades, see if we hit these targets and these bold predictions that I make. Thank you guys for joining me today. Peace and blessings. We'll see you in the chat. Bye-bye.